So it has. Hello, Hammerheads. Welcome to episode 10 of Vidamour's World. In this episode, we're going to be looking at music and how shady it's become over the years. Yeah. Remember the good old days, right? 70s, 80s, whatever. You had to sell at least 500,000 copies to reach the #1 spot in the hit parade, as Jimmy Savile used to call it. As it happens. Now then. Tangents. But like now, it's all fixed anyway. You sell 10,000 copies and you're #1. No one gives a fuck about #1s anymore. You're #1 one week, right? The next week, you're forgotten about and you're down the toilet and someone else has took your place and they're #1 instead. Oh, strange. Very, very strange indeed, as a South African would say. Oh, God. I mean, I can abide a lot of music. You know, I mean, opera. Ooh, that's just a load of fucking screaming, isn't it? And you don't understand what they're screaming about 'cause it's mostly fucking in Italian. But rave. Oh my God. You know what rave is, right? Get a big old oil drum. This is my definition of it. Put a brick inside of it, right? Fill it up with loads of bunches of keys and nuts and bolts. Tip it on its side. Roll up and down the same street for half an hour. And get your mate to kick this fucking door continuously and shout the odd fucking obscenity. That's rave. I mean, you've got to be retarded to listen to someone fucking like that, haven't you? I mean, tell you what, right? It's not the fucking all them fatalities with the E's and that years ago and that. It wasn't the E's. It was the coma-inducing shite they were listening to, man. Fucking hell. Fucking rave. Now you've got the X Factor, haven't you? They promised it was going to be better than Pop Stars and Pop Idol and all the other ones that's been since. It's just as fucking bad, for God's sake, man. I mean, fucking Simon Cowell, right? He's not a real person. He's just a one-dimensional caricature. I mean, why is his head so fucking flat? Is that because he pays somebody every morning to whack him on the top of his head with a fucking shovel 1,000 times before his breakfast? And the reason he's got so much fucking hair is to hide his lobotomy scar, isn't it? Hey, I used to work for him once, you know. I was his fucking fashion designer, in charge of his wardrobe and that. He fucking sacked us because I told him to pull his pants down. Well, he took it the wrong way, didn't he? Shouldn't wear them round his fucking neck. I mean, Cheryl Cole, is it me? Or is she trying at best to sound even more Geordie lately? Oh, God, her voice irritates me. Proud of her roots. Oh, I'm proud to come from a shithole and fucking Gateshead. You wouldn't go round bragging about it, would you? It's like fat people being proud of being fat. Well, it's brave to be fat. A few years ago, like Fat Friends and all that fucking that stupid program on telly. It was telling the nation. It was sending out the wrong signals. It was telling everyone that, oh, you're brave if you're fat, you know. Another tangent. I don't like them. Sorry. I don't know. Cheryl Cole's voice. I mean, what's... Cheryl Tweedy was even worse. She should have kept her fucking maiden name, I think. No, she should have kept the marital name. Fucking Tweedy. Tweedy Dee and Tweedy Dum. Give me strength. Yeah, voice. I'd rather sit in the field, right, for 10 hours in the pissing fucking rain and listen to the herd of cows farting out a tune than listen to her voice for fucking 10 seconds. Oh, she does me fucking head in, man. People like that. I mean, you don't get Heather Mills walking around, well, hobbling around, going on about all her roots and that. She used to live in Sulgrave fucking flats. Fucking hell, man. I used to live there. Oh, it's not something you want to be proud of, like. No way, man. Aye, the 80s there. Everyone bangs on the 80s like it's fucking brilliant, that, for music. That's when it all went wrong, man. Fucking Stockade Warman, sampling fucking classics and all that. I mean, tell you the worst song ever recorded. The worst fucking song in musical history, right? This is not opinion. This is fact. The Reynolds Girls. I'd Rather Jack. Remember that in 1988? Oh, it's diabolical, that. It's blasphemy. I mean, right, here's the lyrics, some of them. Dire Straits, Pink Floyd, I don't want them back. I'd rather Jack. Excuse me? Dire Straits and Pink Floyd never went anywhere. So what do you mean you don't want them back? Tell you what it is, right? 100 years from now, right, people will still be listening to Dark Side of the fucking Moon. Not fucking shit like that. Pete Waterman wrote that. Fucking, they produced it and that. Oh, he's just a fucking parasite, him. Oh, God almighty. All them songs in the 80s, all that them symphonised fucking cowbells in them. I used to call them rinky-dinky bong-bongs, like dinky. I mean, fucking Bros, right? Loads of them had it in. I owe you nothing. What was the other one they had? Drop the boy, drop the boy. Wow, what's this fucking ooh-ah? It sounds like a buzzer on a fucking quiz show, man. Jesus wept. I mean, where was Pete Waterman when they were handing out integrity and intelligence at the back of a massive queue? Hey, fucking, and Louis Walsh. Oh, he's fucking an idiot now, man. I mean, fucking hell. He's so... He couldn't even catch a cold if he was coming down with one. I mean, it'd be a great understatement to say he wasn't the stupidest man on the planet. Well, one of the stupidest anyway. Oh, they're all fucking stupid, man. I mean, what happened to music? I wrote a poem here, like, Millennium Music it's called. Here it is. Millennium Music by T.A. Vidamour. Got published 2000, obviously. Music is an art and also my deepest passion. Where did it all go wrong? Too much hip-hop-cracy. Too little copyright. Samples and covers have gone too far. It seems talent and originality have been in hibernation for the best part of the 90s. If you're ugly and possess musical skill, you're unlucky. If you're pretty, you can achieve a pointless high number. How would Hieronymus Bosch feel if one day he awoke to see a film crew on his Garden of Earthly Delights? What would Jimi Hendrix do if Purple Haze suddenly turned into a rave song? Long gone are the days of an album a year. Now if there's 2 in 5, no tours included, you're lucky. Nostalgia is a drug, don't flush it into the sewer. Why did it all go wrong? How would you like it if I killed your whole family horribly? After all, Each and every member is a mere musical note. Yeah, well, that's what it's come to, hasn't it? And that was, I wrote that 10 years ago, for God's sake, man. I mean, friggin' Wet was around in 1988 and all that. What was he doing, Marty Pello? Fucking, he was like a windy up toy, wasn't he? He was like, oh, I used to get called him when I had a ponytail and that. Fucking I look now like him. I mean, he's a good-looking bloke, for fuck's sake. I mean, oh, Hawkwind, one of the best bands ever, right? Apart from Pink Floyd and Caravan, like. Hawkwind. Oh, I've seen them a couple of times. I mean, in them days, right, bands used to always be under the influence of drugs. Oh, they did. That's why the songs were so good. I mean, Hawkwind, Jesus Christ almighty, man. They took more drugs than Masters and Johnson could even invent. Well, Tangerine Dream, forgot about them, didn't I? Went to see them with this lad I met. Why, he's dead now, like, friggin' hell. He had more illnesses than a Marshall Cavendish medical encyclopedia, him. Anyway, another tangent. Went to see them, they were brilliant. Mind you, I had a few mushrooms. That's meant them even better, I suppose. I've been in a few bands in the past, you know. I used to be in bands. I was a drummer, you know. Bloody hell. Didn't get anywhere, but mind you, once, our claim to fame, we played in front of royalty. Oh, aye. Aye. In front of fucking, in the fucking bogs in Eldon Square, the Royal Dalton ones. Fucking hell, man. Yeah. I wouldn't be a judge on fucking something like that, man. I mean, it's ridiculous. Fucking music. There's no such thing as, you know, all the new rock bands, right? 2-minute long songs. No guitar solos. Nout. Nobody knows what a good drummer is now. You'd never hear drum solos. Oh, whatever happened there? Fucking Pete Warman's to blame, him, like. Telling you now. If you have fucking brains of shit, they wouldn't smell. What does he know? He collects fucking steam trains, for fuck's sake. What does that tell you about him? Writing songs like that? I'd rather flat Jack than Fleetwood Mac. Fuck off, man. He wouldn't know what Fleetwood Mac was if they fell out the sky and landed on him. I'd have nothing to do with any bloody idiots, me. I mean, for a start, right, when I was in the last band I was in, right, I was a really good keyboard player. Well, I don't normally play keyboards. Who the fuck's this? Hello? Ah! Oh, I forgot all about that. I suppose I could do. Yeah, that'd be brilliant. I'll just have to find a disguise. Yeah, okay. Yep. I'll see you then. Yep. You too. Look after yourself, mate. You've always been the best pal of mine. See you later. Hey, God. That was Simon Cowell. Apparently, Cheryl Crow's... Cheryl Cole's been sacked. And he wants me to be a stand-in. Goodbye, hammerheads.